It's early in the morning, the sun is just coming up, and although it looks like a beautiful day, the humidity is about 98%. Welcome to Tennessee. Seriously. So here's a question that is a great one, and it kind of follows up with what we were talking about yesterday. Dear Pastor Bob, we left a dysfunctional church like you suggested. We just recently found out that the pastor has used us as an example in his sermon. He said we're horrible people who are not honest and can't be trusted. What do? I can't approach him. I can't even talk to the elders of the church since they side with him. What more can I do? Well, I'm so glad that you're out of there. Honestly, now you see the true colors of the church. And I'm glad that you escaped. And for all the rest of you that are in that kind of an abusive situation, run out those front doors. And this is the reason. You know, the Bible says in Matthew 5, verses 10 through 12, "Blessed are those who are persecuted because of righteousness, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven." And listen to this, verse 11. "Blessed are you when people insult you, persecute you, and falsely say all kinds of evil against you because of me. Rejoice and be glad, because great is your reward in heaven. For in the same way they persecuted the prophets who were before you." See, you're in good company. There's so much I could say about this. And honestly, it's a very sad thing when pastors have this kind of control and this kind of a mindset, like their church is the only true church, and if you leave, you're in trouble, and if you leave, you're a bad person. And wow, there's so much I could say about this. It's just so wrong on so many levels. But you know, the first thing you ought to do is rejoice that you see the truth. Rejoice that you're not there. Rejoice that you're not there in the middle of this kind of leadership that would do this to a person. That's not what the pulpit is for. And secondly, you know, all of us are persecuted for something, and we don't always have the opportunity to right the wrong. I'd love to sit down and talk to people who blast me, and a lot of times in the comments when people have horrible things to say to me, I try to, you know, talk to them, and very rarely are they willing to talk. People would rather just talk behind your back, not to your face. So you may not be able to have anything more to do with the people there, sadly. If you have an opportunity, that'd be great, but you may not. The good thing is, there are good days ahead. You know, find a church body where you can trust people, where you can be encouraged, where you know that people aren't talking behind your back, they have your back, and where you feel like you can be nurtured and loved and, well, all those things that church is. And that's the whole point, folks. I talk about this so much, and some of you say, Pastor Bob, you talk way too much about, you know, church and getting in a healthy church, and I know I do, but I know how important it is. And so I just want you to be healthy. I want you to grow. I want you to be nurtured. I want you to be encouraged. I want you to be the best that you can be. I want you to use your spiritual gifts together. I want you to be part of a group of people who are interacting with each other, not just watching somebody talk and go home. I want you to be a part of a vibrant church. Now, let me say again that there's nothing wrong with listening to somebody talk. But if that's all you do, it's not enough. And so many churches have a Sunday morning sermon where they do that, and then during the week they have other things where they interact, and that's awesome. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about control. I'm talking about people that are mean to you, to your face, that are judging you all the time, that are gossiping behind your back. You know, the Bible warns against those people, those kinds of people, and it tells us to get out. Get out of those kinds of relationships. Trust people who are trustworthy. Yeah. So that's what I have to say today. thank God that you're able to see the truth now. Thank God that you're out of there. And even though you may not be able to fix the situation, you can move on, use it as a learning experience, and find a healthy group to be involved with. God bless you. Have a great day.